Welcome to the series of instruments in medical physiology, introducing sphygmomanometer. Sphygmomanometer is used to measure the blood pressure. Sphygmomanometer is of three types, that is mercury sphygmomanometer, aneroid sphygmomanometer, and now digital manometers are also available. But the gold standard is for mercury manometer. So we'll have a look at the mercury manometer. So this is the mercury manometer. In the mercury manometer, this is like a box. It is kept over the table, flat surface. You can, when handling also, try to catch this in a horizontal position. Do not tilt over, because it is the mercury. If any leakage is there, the mercury will come outside. So when handling also, you should be very careful to handle it in a flat position. So here you can see a black spot. So that is the on position, means on of this sphygmomanometer. So you have to press this, then you will get a sound, and this is open. So this is the sphygmomanometer. So we will have a check at the parts of the sphygmomanometer. See, so here this is called, this is a long inelastic cloth. So inside this you can see a cuff, pressure cuff, inflatable pressure cuff. So you can feel that inside this, and this pressure cuff is wrapped in a cloth which is inelastic. So covered by a cloth, inelastic cloth. So this pressure cuff, from this you can see arising two tubes. So two rubber tubes, flexible rubber tubes are there. So you see where it is attached. So this is the first part, pressure cuff. Then one tube is attached to this portion. So this portion we call it as hand pump or air pump, and we are catching this like this position. So this is a comfort position, four fingers folded and this arm like this. And the peculiarity of this hand cuff is there and air pump is there. Here it is having a ball, and the opposite side also a screw is attached. This screw is clockwise, anti-clockwise rotated. When it is clockwise rotated, it is in the on position. When inflating, we are doing it in the clockwise position, and when deflating, we are doing it in the anti-clockwise position. So this is a screw attached to the hand pump or air pump. So one tubing is connected to this. Then other tubing from the pressure cuff is connected to one more tube. So here there is detachment, and before starting you have to attach this tube. So this is connected to the mercury reservoir. Mercury reservoir. This black thing here, one black tube is there, that is called the reservoir, which is filled with mercury. And see the upper end of this mercury reservoir, this tubing is attached from the pressure cuff. The lower end you can see that is attached to this tubing, this graduated tube. This is called as a graduated tube. So the lower end of the mercury apparatus, there is a connection with this graduated tube. And in this lower portion, there is one lever you can see, silver color lever, steel lever. So that is moved horizontally and vertically. And this, when it is in the vertical position, it means that the apparatus is in the off position. When you are moving into the horizontal position, it means that it is in the on position. And if any doubt is there, the apparatus instructions are pasted here. You can just read that for this on and off position. Then about this graduated tube, there is graduations in millimeters of mercury. That is from 0 to 300. 0 to 300 with interval of 2 mm of Hg. So mm of Hg means millimeters of mercury. So blood pressure is measured. Unit of measuring of blood pressure is unit is millimeters of mercury, mm of Hg. So it is written over here. So these are the parts of the mercury sphygmomanometer. So pressure cuff, air pump, mercury reservoir, graduated tube. And this tube is attached over here. One screw is there, which is spring mounted screw. So this screw keep the graduated tube in position. So that is about this mercury sphygmomanometer. And the Eneron sphygmomanometer, the difference is that it is portable. We can take it wherever we want. But instead of this mercury, it is in the needle, dial type. So dial sphygmometer also we can name it. And the digital is very easy and very convenient. There is no need of training to check with the digital apparatus. So now next I will demonstrate to you how to measure this blood pressure. So measurement of blood pressure is, this is an indirect method of measurement of blood pressure, sphygmomanometer. So I will have a demo. And this measurement of blood pressure is done by two methods. First one, it is palpatory method. Second, it is auscultatory method. So first we have to do the palpatory method, then we have to go for this auscultatory method. And the result what we are getting is that in the palpatory method we will get only one value. So in the blood pressure measurement there is two values we will get. So one is systolic blood pressure, the other one is a diastolic blood pressure. So in the systolic blood pressure, palpatory method we will get only the systolic blood pressure. But in the auscultatory method, we will get systolic blood pressure and the diastolic blood pressure. So when we are dealing with the patient, first ensure that the patient is sitting comfortably. His sitting posture, everything should be in the comfort position. Then make the patient relax completely, physically and mentally. And also interrogate whether he has intaken anything. How long he has taken anything. So at least minimum interval of 1 hour is required. No intake of tea, coffee, drink, etc. Then first thing is that we have to wrap this over. So we have to remove the clothing from this. If possible, remove the clothing of the upper arm. Then support the arm. Keep the arm in the upright position, facing upward, upright position. Palm should be facing upright. And the elbow should be flexed. And this next, first thing is that to tie the cuff. So when we are tying the cuff, we should be very clear that this tubing should always come to the medial side of the subject, medial aspect. And also when we are tying this from the fold of elbow, 3 finger horizontal gap should be there. Instead of tying very close to the elbow, you have to place the cuff at least 3 finger horizontal, 3 finger gap, and wrap it. When we are wrapping also, it should not be too tight or too loose. In the medium level you have to wrap this. And the sticking, there is one velcro is there. So arch surface should be here first, then you have to just wrap it. That's very easy technique to just keep the cuff here, this tubing in the medial, then just bring it here and wrap it. Okay. So this is very convenient thing. Then first we are doing the palpatory method. So palpatory means it's palpating something. That's why the name palpatory method. So here we are palpating the radial pulse, radial artery. So in another video I will introduce to you how to check the radial pulse. So here I am doing taking the radial pulse. So that is by with the middle 3 finger, tip of the middle 3 finger, we are keeping over the radial artery that is below the wrist. So just now I am feeling the radial pulse I am getting. After getting the radial pulse, first get the radial pulse, then in the other arm you can catch this air pump, after we have to inflate this. This inflating is just pressing, releasing. The action of this air pump is pressing, releasing. So simultaneously the mercury level will increase here. So first we have to rotate the screw in the clockwise direction. Completely tight it. Then feel this radial pulse. I am getting the pulse now. Now I am starting inflating. So at some point I will miss the pulse. So when the pulse is gone, again I have to inflate to up to 10 to 20 mmHg. So I am inflating, then I am bringing back. So bringing back, at some point I will get the pulse will reappear at the wrist. So slowly I have to, by this action. This index finger and the thumb, we have to catch the screw, and the 3 fingers should be here, and slowly I have to make it in the anti-clockwise, seeing here. So it's some point this pulse here will be reappearing. So that reappearing of the pulse is the systolic pressure. Now here I got 90 mm of Hg. So that is the palpatory method blood pressure. That is systolic blood pressure is 90 mm of Hg in this case. So after getting this, I got approximate systolic blood pressure. So this is an advantage. Next, when I am doing the auscultatory method, auscultation we know it is by using the stethoscope. So using stethoscope to hear the internal sounds, we are using stethoscope, and that method is called as auscultation. So in the another video where I told about the stethoscope, I told how to place a stethoscope in the ear. So this ankle should be facing forward. Okay, so I am keeping the stethoscope. And next, check whether it is on or off. Tapping slightly over it and hearing the sound here. So this is on position now. So I got 90 mm of Hg in the palpatory method systolic. So this is a cubital fossa. Medial to cubital fossa is a brachial artery. So here it is a brachial artery. The other one it was radial artery. So in the brachial artery, I am just keeping the stethoscope, diaphragm of the stethoscope. Then this approximate value, from this approximate value, 10 to 20 mm of Hg, we have to raise it, inflate it. Then gradually, slowly you deflate it. Then at some point you will get a appearing of sound will be the first appearance of the sound. That is the systolic blood pressure. And this series of sounds will be there. And finally there will be disappearance of sound. That is the diastolic blood pressure. So we will see that. So I am inflating here on to 110, 120 I will be inflating. Then I will bring back. So here I got appearing and disappearance, everything over. So I got the result 130, 90 mm of Hg. So we have to bring the pressure to 0 immediately, otherwise it will be very painful for the subject. So should not keep over this. So deflate completely and bring it to 0. After that, remove the stethoscope and remove this properly. Everything should be patient friendly. When you are dealing with the patient, it should be patient friendly, not harming the patient. So this is how we are checking the blood pressure of the subject. So after doing this everything, the work is not over. We have to keep everything back properly. The instrument should be maintained properly. So when we are here in the apparatus, you can see one marking here. So here that is for this air pump. So this air pump, you keep it here, mark, you keep this, detach this tube, keep it properly, detach this tube and fold this, and this portion is kept here so that this tube will not be damaged, and it will be easy to fold also. and before that you have to close this apparatus. So bring this lock to the vertical position. Okay, then after that you just fold this and the sound will be heard, and that is the complete lock position. So this is how we will measure the blood pressure. So thank you.